HellrangeR running loudly underground, deliberately giving away sound cues, hoping to draw the attention towards B main instead of Arcade. But now 3 people from Arcade peek out, and Hatz has no chance to keep fighting over there. He has to give up on this region. Tower breach. Kasper with the shot. He is in prime position to get the spike carrier, but since it's been recovered, they can continue moving in and maybe even go for the plant.
The retake is going to be a dream come true with the positioning every player is holding, just like Lightningfast is already trying to reduce the numbers. And talking about numbers, it is towards and Lightningfast wants few more to go, and it won't be allowed so easy.
In fact, not just the rotations, there's even a flag coming in from the attacker spawn side, but maybe Lightningfast can open up the side with the showstopper. He does so by obliterating Kasper. Knows for a fact that there's going to be people hiding inside the smoke, so he's ready for a preemptive push, but the backstab has arrived. Beast from Arcade has managed to kill the spike carrier. Lightningfast must recover the spike because there's only very little time left. 12 seconds, and it's not enough to maintain the composure. Trick slides into his DMs and sends him straight out to hell.
Hold them for a while.
Oh, I just hope it can hold them long enough. Aaron has a ton of responsibility on his shoulders. Whoa. He's been forced back. skillZ is able to get at least a kill on Beast, so that's Brimstone's taking each other out, but the backup has arrived and Trick doesn't need to worry about this anymore. He can continue reigning supreme as the Aftershock forces the trades off the angle. Information he's gathered by pushing out of B main. He discovers nobody over there, even Arcade's clear. This A hit is telegraphed. Beast is still surviving over here, but he cannot hold on for any longer as the superior numbers of global esports overwhelm the A site, and they're gonna get the spike plant without any difficulty whatsoever.
A good rotation, and shall be able to get one, and as soon as I say that, Kasper is going to have a good vision and gets a frag for himself. HellrangeR is not going to allow this jump and run tactic coming in from Kasper, and now here comes the concussion and also the finisher.
This tour de force can really put this force by round into color. Maybe even a whole armada of colors painted with the blood of his enemies. Another re-engagement, but Beast is alone. No trade over here. No reason for him to engage as well, and he pays with his price. Global Esports neutralize the man advantage. Again, the orbital strike was just a delaying tactic, but you can't delay this push any longer. This retake is inevitable. The moment this barrier drop goes down, all the members of Prime 5 will be exposed to the members of Global Esports. Luckily, there is nobody present on top of this yet, so they only need to focus on the actual side and A main. But the Sage over there could come through the doors for a prominent backstab, and this could ruin the retake. SkRossi still holding on to the angles. The Rolling Thunder affects skillZ, but SkRossi is still safe. In fact, he's much more than safe. He is on point with his aim. Distraction mission while the rest of his teammates infiltrate the B side, and they've already done so. There's only the KO inside Tower, who also will no longer be left for this world. Stranger tries to peek through the smoke, somehow still survives. Even Trick is doing the same thing, and he's running around with his laser beam. skillZ turns off the laser for good, but can Stranger capitalize on the distraction that his enemies have created? Has to now hold on to this one for just a little bit longer, but Beast obliterates him. skillZ has no protection right now. He needs to go in for the plant in the open. He's so exposed. The Molotov could have killed Trick right there, but the stun from the Neon is going to buy them a little bit more time, allow them to regain control of their bodies before they can fight again. Trick is good for 2, but has he bought enough time for his teammates? Apparently not. The smokes are going to give them cover. Lightningfast spots one, jumping out of the tower, and Kasper tries to go through the smoke once again, but the flash is not successful. It's just down to Hatz right now, and he's already spotted, so they know his position. Well, a game of hide and seek never hurt anybody, but this shot certainly did.
Time is going to matter a lot here, and
I'm sorry, continue.
And so is HP. HP on the side was pretty low. 2 frags is not going to be fair enough. HellrangeR holding a good angle here. Concussion shall be able to delay a side entry for a while. Molotov as well. Hatz is sticking to defuse. No, he isn't allowed to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to save this round. They're gonna have to call it. Continue with their weapons in the next round.
On the tower, but there's nobody there now.
Oh, but this retake seems nearly impossible. It's planted for being made. Global Esports have full control of it, and nobody from the side of Prime 5 will be able to penetrate the defense over here. Hatz can pick off a couple of players onto Global Esports players who are extending, but there's no way that he can clear out all the angles and win this round. He can probably try to get 1 kill at the very least, but he will most likely have to go away. There's no point of him saving either because he's going to lose his tour de force. skillZ puts him out of his misery.
1 frag, but Boombot is going to announce very loudly that they do have an opponent here, and there it is, there it is. A little bit of damage is delivered and rest is done by Rossi.
It seems like Prime 5 are always playing B in a retake scenario. They never seem to be able to fully contest it. I'm not sure if this is by design or this is something that global esports are forcing them into, but Hatz, he's forcing this peak over here. The flash from Generator is perfect. It enables him to get one more. SkRossi tanking the aftershock damage, hoping that he would be able to get the kill before he teleports away. Now has to reconsider his position. He's the one trapped over here. He peeks through the fast lane, unfortunately straight into SkRanger's crosshairs, but they will still not be allowed to defuse. The moment they tap that spike, skillZ is going to go ahead and use that orbital strike, but he's been dealt with. It still doesn't matter because HellrangeR moves in to finish off. And the moment this Rolling Thunder goes in, the Hellfire also comes through. This is literally floor is lava situation. One side there's fire, the other side there's earthquake, and the earth itself is split apart to make way for global esports into the site. Lightningfast is going to deter any push from CT, and Hatz is right around the corner. I hope you can find him. He gets tagged by the AWP, but he still doesn't die. Now that is just bad luck. Hatz is able to finish it off with the pistol, but can he reposition in time to deal with SkRossi's AWP? It's the chamber versus chamber. It's the AWP versus AWP. And SkRossi still wins this duel. Beast is stunned. He's in the smoke. His feet are frozen, and he almost died to the Molotov. Luckily, he's able to get out of time. With the vision unblocked, he's going to have to deal with all of them double peeking at the same time. skillZ puts an end to his misery.
They are trying to push in already, and the 0 point, I don't know what sort of information was relayed there, but certainly the frags are coming in no time. The members' advantage is already spotted, except for Hatz is running all of his own.
There's only one person to deal with. He saw him go around the other side, passes the info, but HellrangeR comes in time to deal with Hatz and his problems. Now, what does Kasper do?
A very hot welcome coming in from the side of global esports, and now here we go. It is indeed hot. Molotov was supposed to hop in, and alarms, nothing is going to work in except for the mere push. And here we go. Rossi is going in, judging here and there, and Spike is also under their control. It is all of the last man standing. Who's going to take down one? Not for so long. skillZ with a triple. That is it. All set, all done pretty quickly. On the city base itself, they are on the move. Spike has planted. Let's see how many tracks they get. And the Beast here holding a good angle. Gets one, but that is sufficiently not enough. And now it is going to be a 2 versus 2 battle. Lightningfast with Marshall. Well, now that is against the Vandals. 2 Vandals. I believe there shall be a shutdown for Lightningfast, and it is. Rossi is not going to save anything. Indeed, he shall be. He uses a teleporter right on the face of Trick.
They're trying to play around with their minds, but they're just unbothered. Imagine if that was the collateral. That would have been a worthy trade. But HellrangeR, he's not going to hold the trigger discipline. He pulls it the moment he sees Stranger. Well, at least the breach is taken care of. So now the execute potential of Prime 5 has been reduced by a massive margin. He's used the boombot to clear out the closer angles and the Molotovs too. If they have a couple of smokes left, they can block out a main, and that would make things so much harder. Lightningfast has already killed Trick, and that was the only guy in the site. Now the crossfires are dead. Hatz is able to get the trade at least one more time. Beast with the orbital strike can buy them a few more seconds, but instead he's lost his life, and global esports have to defuse immediately. It's absolutely no problem.
Under the 8 points of buffer, all big guns spotted. Players of Prime 5 pushing in on the side of K. Trick going in for the ball, and here we go, getting a frag. It was a strong push still.
Jesus!
There's the dash as well as the both together, and on the counter strat as well, they do have a Viper to work out with, where they are again going to be pushed out a little, and now Stranger gets the first frag here. And look at the positioning. The players have immediately gone for the side A rush, and here the players are being taken down 1-on-1.
Lightningfast manages to get the high ground over here. He can get everybody. And Mr. Trick, he's so distracted. He has to fight on 2 avenues at the same time. Even skillZ is trying to pressure him. Meanwhile, HellrangeR is the one who puts him out of his misery. Just pulling him around in every direction, toying around with him. Hatz is on the backstab, and HellrangeR has heard this. Meanwhile, they see Beast towards this doorway, and they've shut him out of action. They're going to force him to go all the way around the other side of bridge. He opens the door as a fake, but the sound cues are given away. Both the players of Prime 5 are so isolated that there's practically no trade potential. But if skillZ goes in to face him all by himself, this could be dangerous. And now the tides have turned. Beast has a realistic chance of clutching this if he had a little bit of HP to work with, but all the time in the world to make that rotation from a main. And KappA's just toying around with this food, just biding time, peeking every now and then, and KappA just finally destroys him. His job will become so much easier because Kasper has not spotted him. Oh no, but he gave out a footstep. Now his position's revealed. Trick must know. Does he know? Yes, he does. back into action as HellrangeR has been taken off. No more tripwires available for them to prevent the backstab. But still, the members of Global Esports are breaching their own wall. They've breached the side, and Kasper is good enough for one. But the myriad of frags come through from Global Esports, and this defense crumbles. Hatz, left to his own devices, has just one guiding light and nobody else to heal. Almost spotted the SkRossi over there, but he walks away. He's also used up his flashbang, so nothing else available. Another one available in 6 seconds, but he will not live to see.
If you have a look at the scattering of the players of Global Esports, they are on the move, but KappA wants to get at least one frag out of Hunter's Fury and gets 0. Kasper once again sticking to the same plan, but this time the plan did work. They were sufficient enough to get one frag, but that frag is going to nullify it as well by equalizing the score of 3 and 3.
Kasper's timing was beautiful. Goes through the toxin the moment he sees the recon dot, but Trick can't land the trade, and that is the end of him. A aggression not required anymore. They've narrowed down this assault towards the B side, but rotations of the CTs are in time. Beast knows exactly where his enemies are right now, but skillZ will take off his head as Beast takes off his hat. Barely any time left, but KappA has enough to make it to the side and go for the plant. Now he's given away the position. Hatz knows where his enemies is, but still walks right into KappA's crosshair. But what is even the point of this Viper's Pit anymore? It was built to stop the pushes from A main, but Global Esports are like, yeah, we don't need to go from A main, we can go from the other side. How? The Strick missed that. He's given away his position, he'll be up again, and Lightningfast is still confident enough to wide peek him like that. Can you believe the cojones on these guys? Yeah, about time he gets punished for that one. Can't get too overconfident, but still the odds are against Trick. Still has to find 2 more players, and he only knows where one of those them. He only knows the position of skillZ. KappA is deliberately giving him his position, firing shots so that he would look in his direction so that skillZ can swing around the other side.
It is a Venom Cloud sure rushing through the double doors, getting a pick for himself. It is Marshall versus Jet versus Dead. Jet and Rossi with the second. And here we go.
Finally.
Always holding the
Last player standing.
There's a shutdown, but I still believe Beast is not going to accumulate 4 frags all by himself, and he's going to be put down immediately. Nobody wants to plant this fight. Is it happening?
Can you believe this? Like, how do you even break this down? Positions denied. Skrossi with the Hunter's Fury. He's able to tag a couple of people and delay the spike plant for just that little bit, but it is going to go down nonetheless. Lightningfast and KappA try to peek ahead of the Viper's Pit, and that's going to be their undoing. Finally, it seems like Prime 5 can put up a fight, and this is the first round.
And then followed by another. Skrossi holding the same angle, doesn't get counted. The fight of the Soa gets ended immediately, and Rossi is going to put shutdown there. Now Trick still holding the same angle. And now it is the player lead coming in from the side of Global Esports.
To some extent, the B tunnels. But after doing all of that, they move towards the A site, where HellrangeR will take off Hatz's head, and it's just Kasper left. 1v3, and he won't even live to survive the first fight when that happens. Cybercage doesn't exactly cover the retreat, but it does cover a little bit of area, which forces Strick to reposition. He's able to get the flick shot onto HellrangeR, but now he's cornered. Can he get out of this? No is the answer. Lightningfast resoundingly says so. They're gonna go ahead into the A doors as well, where Hatz is isolated. He has no backup except the form of Beast, but Beast is on top of bridge. No, even he can't do anything. Oh, poor guy. He tried to help his teammate out. His rotation was just in the nick of time, but only met with a headshot.
Enemy down.
Okay. That's a start for Skrossi. Let's see what else he can pull off.
That's the end from the side of Trick. Let's see what sort of slice and dice. And SkRossi is also not going to wait in. Empress as well. Now this is spam of ultimates in the mid. Beast is able to take down Lightningfast.
Oh, poor Hatz. He's isolated. The only people who can help him are still inside the poison cloud, and KappA is just making mincemeat of them. They disengage from elbow instantly and go towards B main as form of retaliation. And this is a good adjustment from Global Esports. The Cybercage allows them to cross over to the other side, and Skrossi walks right into skillZ crosshair. Hatz with the instant trade, but SkRossi with a stylish flick while he was flying up in the air. Beast, he's been captured in that trap fire. He's trying to just find a little space for himself, some wiggled room so that he can maybe isolate one of these 2 people. But HellrangeR doesn't even need his eyes strategies to work with. Global Esports, they're still going ahead, untamed, unstoppable. SkRossi moving into mid all by himself and still gets away with 2 frags. A little opportunity. They've heard him, but he will be isolated. There's no backup available for HellrangeR now, but does he need any? No, he doesn't. In from the members of Prime 5, and HellrangeR is alone over here. Backup has arrived in the form of KappA, but he's still there towards Connector. Not having a line of sight over anyone yet. SkRossi tries to enter the fray, but he's going to be instantly sent back by Hatz. They've disengaged towards the backup side, still maintaining control, and the jet just jumps through. HellrangeR sees his death approaching in the camera, but there's nothing he can do except click a photo of it. Lightningfast dismisses back to safety. How is he allowed to get away with stuff like that? Even skillZ chimes in while they're distracted, and now it's all crumbling down. Trick is the only one who can save them. Trapped in a 1v1. skillZ taps the spike, but is he gonna go for the full thing? He's not faking! He's taking it, and Trick has no idea! Pros do not fake! And he even kills him in the slow motion.